You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from the Diamond. We're getting set for the fourth game in this six-game series between the Bowie Baysox and the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis with you from Richmond, Virginia. A couple of unfortunate events for Bowie last night ultimately led to a Baysox loss. A 5-4 final as the Baysox just left too many runs on the table when the day came to a close. Bowie went 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They left on a season's high 13 runners total. You could pinpoint a couple of reasons, just the overall hitting later in the game, the patience thinning up a little bit after the Baysox got a couple of key hits and they drew a handful of walks over the first 4 innings. They just drew 5 walks alone. And then, of course, a couple of unfortunately placed pieces of contact in the first inning by Richmond. They strung together 5 hits against Drew Rahm. Rahm had his trouble with those long plate appearances, just as he did in the Akron game. But you could just kind of chalk it up as a combination of all of these things that led to a bad day. And it happens. The Baysox could have gotten away with it, but they just weren't able to. They pick it back up today, and they'll be fine. On today's starting pitching matchup, it will be Gray Fenter, an old friend of the Baysox, a part of their rotation last season, going up against Antonio Velez. They're both making their, well, technically Fenter making his 5th appearance, his 2nd start. Velez making his 3rd appearance and start. Baysox come into today for game number 18 this season, an 8-9-8 record. They're on a 1-game losing streak, a game and a half back of first place Erie and Harrisburg. Those two teams are tied at the top of the Southwest Division. Bowie is only 5-5 over their last 10 and 4-4 on the road. Richmond comes in for game number 19 this season, a 10-8 record for the Squirrels, a 1-game winning streak. They're 1 game back at the moment in 3rd place behind Harrisburg and Erie, the Baysox in 4th, while the Squirrels are 5-5 over their last 10, 6-3 when playing in front of the home crowd. Again, your starting pitching matchup today, Antonio Velez for Bowie and Gray Fenter for the Squirrels. Fenter making his 2nd start. He did appear against Bowie in a relief role back in opening weekend at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox hit him for a run over an inning and a third of work. But remember, he was in the Baysox rotation for all of 2021, and his numbers were okay, but he's definitely still been reeling from the Tommy John surgery that he went through toward the very, very start of his career. Much different pitcher than what the Orioles initially drafted out of the high school ranks back in 2015. With Bowie, he went 6-4 on the mound in the rotation with a 5.47 ERA, struck out 86 and picked up 48 walks, but he also gave up 12 home runs. He walked 3 Baysox batters and gave up 2 hits in that outing against Bowie back on April 9th. Meanwhile, on the other end, it will be Antonio Velez, comes into today with an 0-1 record, a 6.28 ERA. He pitched to contact the last time he stepped to the mound, and the first couple of innings, I mean, it worked perfectly. There was not much that you could have asked differently out of Antonio Velez, because over the first 5 innings, he allowed only 2 hits and 1 run. One of the 2 hits was a triple, so it's understandable why the run would score. But over those 5 innings, he had only thrown 38 pitches. That's it. 38 pitches for 5 innings is an incredible amount of efficiency from any pitcher, no matter how you square it up. The problem, though, for Velez was the third time he got through the lineup, that's when the Akron batters got a better understanding of what he was bringing to the table, and they were able to smoke him for 4 additional runs. Velez did not end up a winning pitcher in that game. But again, he was pitching to contact. We'll see if they can play well again today. I think the main problem is that it was playing well a little bit to start for Drew Rahm yesterday, but Richmond, they were able to place the balls in play pretty darn well. Again, they had a string of 5 consecutive hits in the first inning alone against Rahm. Velez will try to make sure that that doesn't happen today, see if he can get the weak contact as weak as possible and move into his first win as an Orioles farmhand. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside right now. When we come back, we're joined by Andrew Dashbach, our first time chatting with him this season. Bowie's first baseman had his 3rd home run of the year last night, and a lot of good insight on what's been changing for him and his approach to the plate, how he's been watching the ball and working with manager Kyle Moore last year in Aberdeen and now this year here in Bowie. Andrew Dashbach, our guest next. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. This is Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis joined by Andrew Dashbach. Had another big home run last night. What were you sitting on? Walk us through that plate appearance.
I was sitting dead red heater, 3-0 count. I was hoping that he'd just try and throw something somewhere in the zone, expecting me to take it to make it a 3-1 count, and Kamo gave me the green light, so I went ahead and took my best swing and was able to run into it, which is great.
How often do you get the green light on 3-0?
Kamo has been great with it so far this year. I think every 3-0 count I've gotten it, unless a guy's been very erratic and walked the previous hitter. And so I really appreciate his trust in us to be able to make a good swing decision in that 3-0 count.
How about this team as a whole, and especially manager Kyle Moore and then Brandon Becker, the hitting coach, scouting a lot of these opposing pitchers to know where you might be able to see something coming in quickly?
Yeah, they're fantastic. I mean, we get reports all throughout the day. Becker will send. This morning I woke up to a text from him with the exact sequences that tonight's starting pitcher threw me last time we faced him. About an hour before the game, we get another advanced report on what his go-to pitches are in each count, how he shapes his breaking balls, where he likes to attack with his heater, whatever it may be. And so if there's any information out there, they're going to give it to us, which is much appreciated.
Now, it is a pitcher that you crossed paths with last season, of course, in Fenter. So what's that kind of like? Is there a little bit extra additional reports considering he was in the Orioles organization?
Yeah, I think, we have information on everybody, but especially our own guys, or previously our own guys. There's maximum reports, understanding of his mindset, how he likes to attack guys, what his approach is against different types of hitters. And so he's a great guy, but at this point he's wearing a different color jersey. And so our goal is to do whatever we can to get him out of there as early as possible.
Now, you mentioned in your home run yesterday, it was a 3-0 count. You've been working a lot of those lately. I'm not sure if you know this nugget, but in the entire Eastern League, out of every batter, you have seen the most pitches out of anyone. What has there been something different in your approach? Are you seeing the ball a little better? What's led to this?
Yeah, that's incredibly interesting. I had no idea. I felt like I've gotten a lot of 3-2 counts, but I didn't realize it was quite that many. So in terms of my approach, I mean, our organization really puts a lot of emphasis on swing decisions and making sure you're swinging at strikes, swinging at pitches that you can do damage on. So that's been a big focus of mine. With that being said, I've struck out looking more often than I have in my career, and so I'm trying to balance that, walk that tight line of being patient, but also being aggressive to pitches that I can do damage on. So doing what I can to swing at strikes and take as many balls as possible, but definitely not to the point where I'm looking at strike three.
Do you think there's maybe a correlation to that you have been able to get to so many 3-ball counts and so many walks that it might lead to a few more strikeouts looking?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you have to be willing to trust your eyes, and there are some times where there's a borderline pitch, could be a strike, could be a ball, and I'm willing to take that and understand that that's probably a pitch that I'd roll over to the shortstop or fly out and not do damage with anyways. So if I can take those and have, even 50% of them turn into walks, I'm happy with that.
Again, here with Andrew Dashbach, has there been one key thing that you've tried to work on from the changeover of 2021 into 2022, spent about 35 games with Bowie last season and now starting the season with them here?
Yeah, I'd say continuing to build plans against these different types of pitchers. You see a lot of different styles. I mean, in AA and at the higher levels, you have the side armors, you have the over-the-top guys, you have the three-quarters. Some guys are working east to west with their pitches in terms of movement. Some guys are working more north-south, and so I'm trying to find ways to build plans and attack those guys in the proper ways.
How about defensively? You're a part of the anchoring of just an incredible infield for this team so far this season.
Yeah, I just sit back and watch those guys do their magic.
Don't say that. You started a great double play the other day.
I know. I do what I can when the ball gets hit to me, but I know my job is to do nothing more than catch whatever they throw over there, whether it's right at the chest or in the dirt. I'm going to do my best to make a handle of it.
Yeah. One last thing that I do want to ask before we wrap it up with a fun question, and this is kind of something that carries over with a lot of players. What's it like in the organization getting to have essentially your manager come along with you, with Kyle Moore working in Aberdeen last season and now with you up here in Bowie this season?
It's been really special. I mean, he's a guy that I trust as much as any coaches I've ever had. He's a man of few words, but when he does say something, I absolutely take it to heart. He's a great leader. He has a ton of trust in his guys, and therefore we have a ton of trust in him that he's going to make the right calls. And I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with him. And obviously, you want to get moved up the chain, and it's been fun to see that he's working his way up with some of us younger guys.
And then one last quick question, ask it to everybody on the road trips. You get back to the hotel, pop open the laptop. What's the go-to show to end the night?
There's a new show on Apple TV about the founder of WeWork.
Oh.
And I've found that incredibly interesting. So the name is We Crashed is what it's called. We Crashed. Yeah. So that's a good one. You guys got to check it out.
It's like one of those expose documentary kind of things.
Exactly.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for the time. Great job yesterday. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Andrew Dashbach here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We're back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Back to the Diamond on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Zabata is with you. A brief run-through with the Baysox lineup. You've got Dylan Harris, Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Adam Hall, Shane Fontana, Andrew Dashbach, Joey Ortiz, Maverick Handley, and Zach Watson, all to face Gray Fenter on the mound. For the Richmond Flying Squirrels, your starting lineup looks like Michael Gigliotti to open it up in center field. Then Will Wilson and Sean Roby will follow it up. Frankie Tostado, Franklin Laborde, then Tyler Fitzgerald, and then Shane Matheny, Rob Emery, and Simon Whiteman will close things out for the Squirrels. One of the big notable changes in this one will be Rob Emery catching today. It was Brandon Martirano for the first 3 games of the series, and while the Baysox were a little bit conservative over those first 2 games, yesterday they really looked at the numbers, realized their opportunities, and made the most of it. They stole 3 bases against Martirano, tied a season tie. Martirano has not caught an attempted stolen base yet this season. Opposing base runners are 13 for 13 against him. Meanwhile, Rob Emery, he's not caught anyone either, but he's had fewer run against him, 0 for 4. We'll see what happens. I think it will be a bit interesting as Bowie has made a couple of lineup shifts. If you listen closely, Dylan Harris is leading off today. Hudson Haskin is getting the day off, and Adam Hall will still be cleaning up. Hall stepped in and played well, had a pair of singles and a walk drawn. Unfortunately, he was not able to score. He was left at third base twice and taken out on a fielder's choice midway through the 7th as well. This is a Baysox team that's hit into a handful of double plays in this series alone. But as a team, they don't actually hit it onto the ground as often. That's just the way that they've been running into some of these Richmond pitchers. And that's usually what San Francisco will try to feed here, is not necessarily big strikeout-heavy arms that they're trying to immediately get into the ballpark in San Francisco there. What is it now? It's the old Pac Bell Park. It's not AT&T. What is it? Oracle? Is it Oracle? I don't know. They're not trying to get some of those strikeout arms to San Francisco too often. They're trying to get ground ball guys that can work quick outs and be serviceable for you for the entire season. That's one of the big interesting things that they always do when it comes to developing and staffing talent here in Richmond, considering it's the only affiliate on the East Coast for the Giants. The Squirrels have taken the field. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we bring you first pitch and all the play-by-play. This has been the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from the Diamond in Richmond for Game 4 in this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis with you on a lovely early evening from downtown Richmond, and as Gray Fenter warms on the mound for the Squirrels, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in left field, you've got Dylan Harris, followed by Jordan Westberg at third base, batting second. Gunnar Henderson is the shortstop, he bats third. Adam Hall in right field bats fourth. Shane Fontana is the designated hitter, he bats fifth. Andrew Dashbach at first base bats sixth. Joey Ortiz at second base bats seventh. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, bats eighth. And Zach Watson is in center field today, he's batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, Chandler Geller, and Calvin Christensen. Will Kelly and Lindsey Birchfield are the athletic trainers. Once more, that lineup for Bowie: Harris, Westberg, Henderson, Hall, Fontana, Dashbach, Ortiz, Hanley, Watson, all to face Gray Fenter on the mound. Bowie getting set for game number 18 on the year, a 9-8 record, a one-game losing streak. They've lost 2 of their last 3 and 4 of their last 5. Need to get back to it now as Dylan Harris digs in to face off against the right-hander Fenter. Left-handed Harris is batting .407 this season with the Baysox, and the first pitch comes home. It's a curveball. Call it for strike one at 6:36 p.m. on a 66-degree sunny day, cloudless day here in Richmond, Virginia. 0-1 on Harris, who picked up a hit in yesterday's game after taking the previous day off. 0-1 misses high, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. It's been such an excellent start to the AA career for Harris. 1-1 the count on him with the bases empty and nobody out. Pitch home is swung on and missed the curve. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. He's collected hits now in 6 of his 7 games played in AA. A 1245 OPS, 2 home runs and 4 runs driven, and he's also swiped 2 bags. Next pitch, called strike 3. Got him with the fastball in, and Harris is stuck looking. 1 gone to start as Fenter picks up the backwards K, his 15th this season. Starting defense for Richmond from left to right in the outfield, Simon Whiteman, Michael Gigliotti, Franklin Labor. Shane Matheny is at third base, Tyler Fitzgerald at short, Will Wilson at second, Frankie Tostado at first, and Rob Emery catches behind the plate for Gray Fenter on the mound. Here's Jordan Westberg, a .224 average this season, and he swings through the first offering, a breaking ball away. It's 0-1 to start. Westberg, an .849 OPS, however, 4 doubles, no triples, 5 home runs to lead the team. 13 runs driven in, tied for the team's lead as well. 0-1. Curveball just misses high, and the count evens. Gray Fenter, an old friend of the Baysox and the Orioles organization as a whole, 6 foot, 200-pound, 26-year-old right-hander, went to West Memphis, Arkansas High School. That's where he's from. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off right side. Count goes to 1-2. The Orioles drafted Fenter out of West Memphis back in 2015. He spent his entire career up until this past winter in the Orioles organization. He was signed as a minor league free agent by the Giants after the Orioles released him. 1-2. Flown foul, right side. This one will slap out of play, and the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes on Westberg. Only 7 for 28 against Richmond this season, and he went without in yesterday's game after collecting hits in 3 consecutive. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gray Fenter. This one swinging of Westberg, and there's 2 away. Your umpiring crew for today's game, Sean Cassidy is at third base. Jude Corey is at first. Kelvis Velez is behind home for the balls and strikes. Fenter, in 2021, he spent the entire season in the Baysox rotation, had a very small visit into the bullpen, but he was more or less one of the main starters. Here's Gunnar Henderson, first pitch fouled off left side, out of play. Count opens up at 0-1. Henderson batting .246 this season, .872 OPS, 3 homers, 13 runs driven in, has a home run in this series. Fenter went 6-4 with Bowie last year, a 5.47 ERA. This year with the Squirrels, he's without a record and a 4.50 ERA. Next pitch. Misses up and away, just barely. Count evens at a ball and a strike on Henderson. Gunnar went without a hit in yesterday's game, had a home run the day before, part of Bowie's 10-0 win. We've already seen every end of the spectrum for the Baysox and how these games could go in just the first 3 in this series. 1-1. Misses high, count goes to 2-1. A blowout shutout loss on Tuesday, 8-0. A blowout shutout win on Wednesday, 10-0. And then a squeaker of a win for Richmond last night, 5-4. The Baysox would like to pay them back, the 2-1. Flown the other way, this one falling quickly toward left field, running on it, diving for it. Whiteman, he pulls it in. Oh, that was a great play by Simon Whiteman. He did have to fight a little bit of the sun that was peeking through, and he fell forward, a bit of a halfway dive, and that ends the inning. Fenter uses 12 pitches for a perfect first. As we go to the bottom of the frame here at the Diamond, it's Bowie 0, Richmond coming on up.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
We're on to the bottom of the first here in Richmond. Baysox going down in order in the top half of the frame. Antonio Velez gets to work for Bowie, and as he warms, the starting lineup for the Flying Squirrels he'll face looks like this. Leading off in center field, Michael Gigliotti. Will Wilson at second base, bats second. Sean Roby, the DH, bats third. Frankie Tostado at first, bats fourth. Franklin Labor in right field 5th. Tyler Fitzgerald, the shortstop, 6th. Shane Matheny at third base, 7th. Rob Emery, the catcher, 8th. And Simon Whiteman, the left fielder, 9th. Richmond, the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants, managed by Dennis Pelfrey, assisted by Paul Eswerga, Danny Santon, and Gary Davenport. Left-hander Velez winds and deals the first offering to Michael Gigliotti. It's popped up foul behind home plate, and the count opens at 0-1. Once again, that lineup for Richmond: Gigliotti, Wilson, Roby, Tostado, Labor, Fitzgerald, Matheny, Emery, Whiteman, all to face Antonio Velez on the mound. Squirrels, game number 19 this season, a 10-8 record. Here's a show of bunt, but Gigliotti pulls back as the curveball comes in too low. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Richmond, a one-game winning streak at the moment. They have won 2 of their last 3, but have gone 2-2 over their last 4, 1-1. Slider hits the inside edge of the zone to Gigliotti, and the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Velez holds ball in glove and rests the glove up against the shoulder. Comes set, fires the 1-2, and it misses down, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. These two sides have played relatively close games in the season series, including last night's affair. As the 2-2 comes in, it's up and in, nearly hits him. That one a little bit toward the shoulder, and the count runs full here on the first batter of the inning. Bowie dropped opening day by 2 runs, and then a couple of late rallies in the following 2 games made them a little more wide. The 3-2 barely misses high, a double take by the catcher Handley, and it's a leadoff walk given by Antonio Velez, only his 6th of the season. Gigliotti, a reasonable candidate for the free pass this year, but this is already a stark difference to what Antonio Velez did in his last start for the Baysox. He didn't walk anyone against Akron last week. As Will Wilson digs in. First pitch to him. Right-hander watches down for a ball. Zone definitely opening up a little bit tight today, and the count starts at 1-0. Wilson, a .219 average this season, a .795 OPS, 3 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 11 driven in. There's a pickoff throw back to first base, not in time. Not too much wind here at the Diamond. Cars whizzing by I-95, as you can see out past left field here on a beautiful day. The 1-0. Popped up out toward deep right center field. This one carrying a bit of a ways. Back on it, Watson. He leaps. He pulls it in after bracing up against the wall. Fires it back to the infield, but only goes to second base, so Michael Gigliotti can scamper back to first safely without drawing a full throw. Excellent play by Zach Watson in center. And there's one away here in the bottom of the first. Defensive alignment for Bowie. Left to right in the outfield, you've got Dylan Harris, Zach Watson, Adam Hall. Jordan Westberg at third, Gunnar Henderson shortstop, Joey Ortiz second, Andrew Dashbach first. And Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Antonio Velez on the mound. Runner at first, one away. Here's Sean Roby. Runner goes, pitch home, is swung on and drilled way out to left field, and Roby's got another. His 8th home run of the season is a 2-run blast. I think Velez got caught up in watching the runner take off. As soon as he saw Gigliotti go, he hesitated slightly with his leg in the air. What sort of effect that might have had on the delivery to Roby, I'm not sure. That is Sean Roby's first home run against a left-handed pitcher this season of his 8 total. For Velez, it's his 4th home run allowed and the 2nd to a lefty. Here's the first pitch to Frankie Tostado, a swing and a miss. Chasing on a high fastball, and the count opens up at 0-1. Tostado, a .328 average this season. .809 OPS with a home run. Next pitch misses down, and the count evens. Against the left-handers, he's only hitting 4 for 10. Not a bad mark by any means, he just hasn't had too many opportunities. Next pitch misses down. Count goes to 2-1. Baysox trailing 2-0. They trailed 3-0 after the first inning yesterday. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Tostado swings and misses at a breaking ball down, and the count evens. Bowie did eventually come back to tie yesterday's game. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him for strike 3 on a breaking ball down and away. Velez is back on the horse. And there's 2 gone. Here's Franklin Labor. Lefty on righty as Labor steps in. And the first pitch from Velez is swung on and missed. Chases the curve, and the count opens at 0-1. Today is the first Copa de la Diversión day of the season for Bowie. Richmond in their alternate identity as the 0-1 comes in. Called a strike, upper outside corner, 0-2. Las Ardillas Boyardos de Richmond. Neon green jersey with blue sleeves. Baysox donned as Cangrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake. The 0-2 to Labor misses high, and the count goes to 1-2. Bowie, gray road pants and a black jersey with an ocean blue sleeve and a black cap. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses down and in. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cangrejos Fantasmas, ghost crabs. The logo on the front of the jersey and on the black road cap. Time called as Labor steps out to readjust his shoe. Richmond's alternate identity, a lot less mysterious. It literally just translates to flying squirrels. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. Second strikeout for Antonio Velez, but he does fall behind after 1. A 2-run home run by Sean Roby, his league-leading 8th of the season. As we go to the second here in Richmond, Baysox trail 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Come celebrate Mother's Day with the Baysox on Sunday, May 8th as they take on the Washington Nationals affiliate, the Harrisburg Senators. Have a lovely afternoon with Mom at the ballpark and cap it off by having a catch in the outfield after the game. It's a 1:05 first pitch for Mother's Day at Prince George's Stadium, and special ticket packages are available but limited, so get yours now at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
We're on to the second inning here in Richmond. The Baysox already trailing 2-0. Middle of the order due up for Bowie in this frame as Gray Fenter gets back to work. Matt Savadas with you on a very lovely day. We've been seeing some excellent weather this series. The last 2 weeks, in all honesty. Here's the first pitch to Adam Hall. He flinches at it, and it comes in down and away. Count opens up at 1-0. Fenter used 13 pitches for a perfect first inning. 2 strikeouts and got a fly out with a little bit of help defensively from Simon Whiteman in left. Waits on the 1-0, finally on its way. It's high, just missed, and the count to 2-0. Adam Hall riding a 5-game hit streak right now, a .353 average, .836 OPS, and he does well when he's the first batter in any inning this year. He bats .450 with a .1026. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Chases on the fastball, and the count goes to 2-1. Fenter as I said, he was mostly a starter with the Baysox last season, but he did make a handful, 8 relief appearances, and his splits are pretty heavily skewed to favor him as a starter. 2-1 pitch. Miss is up and in. Count goes to 3-1, and it carries over while he's been here with Richmond. His only other start was against Altoona. He tossed 3 innings of 1-run ball in a 10-6 win, struck out a season's high 8. 3-1 pitch to Hall. Down and away, ball 4. Hall was ready to toss the bat, and he hesitated for just a second. I don't blame him. We've seen it plenty of times, especially from Kelvis Velez, the crew chief, that sometimes they will just pull out that ring a little bit late. A little later than anticipated. But Hall gets the free pass. He won't complain about that. And now the Baysox bring the tying run to the plate, and Shane Fontana. There's Shane Matheny on the other side. Getting names mixed up here. Shane Fontana. First pitch, Hall takes off, he squares. The pitch is called a strike on a high throw. The toss down to second is not in time. It got off of the glove of Tyler Fitzgerald and trickled away. So Adam Hall picks up his 6th stolen base this season. He's perfect. Rob Emery, as mentioned, a part of a bit of pity from the Richmond catchers. 0 for 5 now against the tempted base stealers. 0-1, the count starts on Shane Fontana. 219 average this year. 214 with runners in scoring position. He checks his swing on a pitch down and in. Didn't go. The count goes even at 1. Fontana only has 1 hit against the Squirrels. Again, he did not appear in one of the games on opening weekend, and he has not appeared in every game this week. He wasn't in Tuesday's game, and he was not in last night's game. But he has drawn 3 walks. Here's the 1-1. Popped up foul, third base side. Running on it a bit is Matheny, but he lets it get out. Count to 1-2. Very big day up at Camden. Now that the Orioles are back from their lengthy road trip. Could not pick up anything in the Bronx, but the good news today is that Kyle Bradish is making his major league debut. The 1-2 pitch to Fontana, checked on, called strike 3 anyway, top half of the zone. He thought it was coming, saw the curveball break in enough, and he understands. Third strikeout for Gray Fenter. 2 of them have been backwards. And there's 1 gone here for Andrew Dashbach. Righty on righty against Fenter. First pitch home. Dashbach watches up and away, just barely. Count opens at 1-0. Yeah, Kyle Bradish, a member of the trade with the Angels organization that included current Baysox arm Zach Peak. Peak pitched in. When did he pitch? Is he scheduled to go tomorrow? He's scheduled to go tomorrow, if I can remember my rotation itself. Here's the next pitch to Dashbach. Called a strike on the outer edge. Count evens at 1-1. Yeah, Peak will toss tomorrow. He's 0-1 on the year with a 4.15 ERA. Last time he threw for Bowie, it was the 3-2 loss to Akron. He gave up 2 runs, took a no decision in 4 innings with 5 strikeouts. Runner at second, 1 away. The next pitch misses high to Dashbach, and the count goes to 2-1. Baysox trail 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. A 2-run home run by Sean Roby. Hall takes off. The 2-1 is popped up on the infield. Hall's going to have to sprint back as soon as he got to third base. Running down on it, the third baseman, Matheny. He gloves. Hall gets back to the bag in time, but Dashbach is retired. Talk about a wind sprint there. Literally went the entire 90 feet from second to third. Soon as he heard Kyle Moore saying, "You got to get back," he turned around and sprinted right back. And now there's 2 outs here in the top of the second inning as Joey Ortiz steps in. Ortiz batting .210 this year, a .585 OPS. but time called momentarily. Oh, no. Gray Fenter was issued an auto ball. He didn't get on the mound in time. He lets out a hearty sigh, but doesn't complain. Looks back, runner at second as he comes set. Count opens up at 1-0, and the first pitch home. Misses down and away, 2-0. That's such a weird thing to say, but it's still factually correct. The count opens at 1-0, and here's the first pitch. It is correct. Whatever the case, the 2-0 bounces in, 3-0. Ortiz is only 4 for 21 against the Squirrels this season. And he's had his trouble with right-handed pitching, only a 170 average compared to his 210 mark. Still looking for his first home run. His strikeout numbers have been the big sore spot. 30% of his PAs. 21 total. Next pitch. Got a called strike there. The curveball hits the outside edge, and it's 3-1. Again, no wind this afternoon here at the Diamond. Sun has started to push behind the entire awnings as the 3-1 comes in. It's away, ball 4. And again, it's probably going to persist for the remainder of this series now. Ortiz had bent over and was about ready to toss the bat, but he hesitated, waited to make sure that he actually got the call before he started up the line and may have been made a fool by a late called strike. Didn't happen here, so he's fine, but it runs Bowie's chances a little bit higher. They've got first and second with 2 away. Here's Maverick Handley, catcher today. He's only batting .071 this season, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Chase the fastball up and away, and it's 0-1. Handley is 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Does have his only home run. When there were runners at first and second, it was a 3-run shot. The 0-1 pitch. Called a strike, top half of the zone. It's 0-2. Again, Fenter, he was such an interesting story coming out of high school. Very rarely do you get a lot of these early high school pitchers. The Orioles have been picking them well. As Adam Hall dances off a second, they throw back, and it goes directly into center field. Gigliotti picks it, fires to third, but it's late. Hall advances to third, and going on the back end, Ortiz to second. Fenter just saw Hall dancing a little bit wider than maybe he should have, to be honest. But it really frazzled him. He stepped off the back of the rubber. Fortunately, he didn't balk, because I've seen pitchers do that before where they get a little antsy and they commit a balk. But he just threw it wide. He was expecting the shortstop to cover, but Fitzgerald did not. It was the second baseman, Wilson. So the error pushes 2 into scoring position. And now a big chance for Maverick Handley on an 0-2 count. Pitch home. Misses up and in, and the count goes to 1-2. It was a 13-pitch first inning for Fenter. He's thrown 20 pitches in this frame. Infield plays back with 2 outs. The 1-2, checked on, called strike 3. Handley has a parting word as he holds in the box for a moment, but he's out. 4 strikeouts for Gray Fenter, 3 of them looking, and it strands 2 runners in scoring position, including the tying run. We go to the bottom of the second here at the Diamond. Baysox trail 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Baysox back home for 6, starting Tuesday, May 3rd. Set to be a very fun series with the Harrisburg Senators. A very busy series, too. You've got 3-day games, fireworks on Saturday, lots going on. Bottom of the second here in Richmond as Antonio Velez gets back to work. He fires a first pitch strike home to Tyler Fitzgerald. Count opens up at 0-1. It's Fitzgerald, Shane Matheny, and then Rob Emery due up in this half inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Chases on the breaking ball away, and it's 0-2. Bowie trails 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. A 2-run home run by Sean Roby doing all of the damage. Roby's league-leading 8th home run. He's up to 15 ribbies, 0-2. Comes in low, maybe a bit inside as well, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Fitzgerald, who's only batting .161 this season. He is batting .190 against Bowie. .594 OPS overall, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 7 runs driven in. 1-2 pitch from Velez. Swung on, lifted high to left center, but not that deep. Moving on at Dylan Harris. He camps under it, pitches the tent, makes the fire, cooks the s'mores, and makes the catch. I'm not even joking. He could have sat down and made that catch with how long he was just hanging out there. So 1 gone. 3 in a row retired by Velez after the 2-run home run in the first by Roby. Here's Shane Matheny. First pitch to the lefty. Fastball hits the edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Matheny has only appeared twice against left-handed pitchers this season. He's 1 for 2 with a single. That's it. Here's the 0-1. Misses down. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Again, this is such a different lineup as a left-handed pitcher to face than what Bowie had to deal with against Akron when they had about 85-90% of their roster batting from the left side. 1-1, swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 on Matheny, who's batting an even .300 this year. 895 OPS, a homer, 5 runs driven in. Velez has had his trouble with fellow lefties. They hit him at a .391 clip. The 1-2 pitch misses down and away. The count goes even. 391, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 home run allowed against left-handers. And again, a lot of that came against Akron. Here's the 2-2. Spoiled foul, left side out of play. Count stays. Because you go back in time to look at that start against the Rubber Ducks. It was a lot of contact early that led to a lot of quick outs. That's why he only needed 38 pitches through 5 innings. But that contact bit him third trip through the order, the 2-2. Just misses down and in, and the count fills here on Shane Matheny. 2 for 6 this season on full count offerings. Velez has walked 3 batters, only struck out 1. The payoff pitch. Fouled off again, left side, count holds. Opposing batters are 2 for 4 with full counts against Velez. But again, he got to the third trip through the order and then gave up a single, a double, a sacrifice fly, a 2-run home run, and an automatic double that bounced over the wall that knocked him from the game. All of that came in the 6th inning. Another payoff to Matheny. In there, strike 3. Got him with a fastball down and in. Matheny should have taken Bowie's advice and hovered in the box for a little bit. He was skipping up the line about a third of the way when he was rung up, and he hopped in a bit of frustration after hearing the call. Third strikeout for Antonio Velez, second backwards. And now here's Rob Emery. First pitch to him, driven high and deep out to left field. Harris ranging back on it, squaring it up at the warning track, reaching up and bringing it down. Again, pretty much every other ballpark in the Eastern League, that's probably a home run. But here, it's a routine fly out to left on your scorecard. We go to the third here at the Diamond. It's a clean inning for Antonio Velez, but Bowie still trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
First Copa de la Diversión Day at Prince George's Stadium is Sunday, May 22nd, part of the Fiesta de Mayo, sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Zach Watson will lead things off here in the top of the third as Bowie trails 2-0. He swings and misses at the first pitch. It's a tailing breaking ball away from Gray Fenter. 0-1 to start. Of course, today is the first day that the Baysox are donning their alternate identity, Los Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake. First time this season that they've transformed into the Ghost Crabs. The 0-1 just misses away, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Zach Watson, Dylan Harris, Jordan Westberg due up in this inning against Gray Fenter. 9-1-2 in the order. Watson, a 182 average this season, 482 OPS, no homers, 3 runs driven in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, pitch down and away in the dirt. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, Fenter was going to be a Cubs farmhand at one point. He was not protected in the Rule 5 draft going into December of 2020, and the Cubs picked him up. He was with the Cubs in spring training, made 1 appearance with the organization, but again, it was in spring training, so officially he's never pitched for the Cubs, and then he was returned to the Orioles in March of that year. Here's the next pitch to Zach Watson, misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1. It's kind of similar to Garrett Stallings and how he was originally an Angels farmhand but never appeared for them. The 3-1 flown high and deep to right field. A little foul. This one will get out. Yeah, it's hard to read off the sun, but that one got out. Count fills. DL Hall making his first start of the season down in Aberdeen. He was on the development list for Bowie and just removed from it earlier today. Strikes out the side to open his day. Incredible. Here's the payoff to Watson. Roped foul, third base side. That one on one hop into the seating bowl, left side of the field, and the count stays. But Bowie, at the very least, is starting to run up against Gray Fenter a tad. They drew 2 walks, still have not collected a hit here in the top of the third as they trail 2-0. But Fenter is up to 40 pitches. And he's only recorded 6 outs. Another 3-2 to Watson. Up and in, ball 4. He read it well. For Watson, that's his 4th walk drawn on a full count this season. He's struck out 4 times as well, but it's now 3 given up by Gray Fenter. He walked 3 Baysox in his 1 inning back on opening weekend. It was the 2nd game of the season. He gave up a run. Didn't strike anyone out then. He does have 4 today. It's back to the top of the lineup now, and Dylan Harris. The first pitch is a called strike, outer edge to the left-hander. Count opens up at 0-1. Harris struck out looking back in the first inning to open the day. It was on a 1-2 offering. Fenter quickly comes set and turns to first for the throw, but it doesn't get there in time. We'll wait on the 0-1 to Harris. Watson has only attempted one steal. He was successful, and again, Rob Emery has not caught anyone yet this year, 0 for 5. Here's the 0-1, runner stays put. It's a called strike on the inside edge. Count 0-2. That's the thing that it catches me, too, the speed at which some of these umpires might ring it up. They take the time to get back into a full standing position outside of the athletic position. Then they shake up the shoulders, and then they throw it up. Throw up that strike sign. That's what throws me off. Another pickoff throw, still not in time. Fenter's getting it there on target. Watson just isn't taking as big of a lead as he might normally have taken. Now he can take a bigger lead with 2 pickoffs. The next pitch, roped into right center field and falling in for a base hit. Watson, will he try to go to third? No, he stops at second as the throw goes toward third, but it's a single for Dylan Harris. He's got hits in back-to-back games now, and hits in 6 of his 7 at the AA level. And the Baysox have ducks on the pond again after stranding 2 in the last half inning. Bowie has stranded 15 runners since the start of yesterday's game, a season's high 13 last night, and again the 2 back in the second. Here's Jordan Westberg, 250 average above his overall season average, with runners in scoring position. He struck out swinging his first time up, in the first pitch as a swinging strike here. 0-1 to start. They play Westberg a little bit to pull, and Frankie Tostado is almost inside the baseline at first base and pushed heavily towards second. The 0-1 called a strike on the upper inside corner. It's 0-2. And that's the right play. Westberg punches it to the opposite field the least often, pulls it most often, and hits it up the middle about a third of the time. First and second, nobody out here in the top of the third, a 2-0 Baysox deficit. Pickoff throw back to second, sails into center field. What is Fenter thinking? Both runners advance. Second inning in a row, he's done that. What? He turned and just flailed the ball to the right side of the second baseman, who was not expecting it. Wilson was not covering the bag. He was close to it, but he wasn't running to cover the bag. That looked to be just Wilson's own decision, or Fenter's own decision. So second error of the game, both of them on the pitcher, and now it puts a tying run in scoring position. And Fenter took so long getting back to the mound, he's now been issued an auto ball. Nothing is going his way right now. 1-2 the count suddenly. Westberg swings and misses at the next pitch anyway. He's down on strikes. 5th strikeout for Gray Fenter, 2nd most in any game this season. And now here's Gunnar Henderson. Henderson made a good piece of contact on a ball to the opposite field his last time up. Doesn't do that too often, and unfortunately it didn't turn into a hit. It was a great diving play by Simon Whiteman in the shallow corner in left. So righty on lefty here. Henderson 5 for 13 with 8 ribbies this season with runners in scoring position. He watches the first pitch home. It misses down, and the count opens up at 1-0. It was a 2-1 pitch that Henderson served the other way, and Fenter never really looked to be challenging him inside. Here's the 1-0. Goes high with it, 2-0. Looks like Richmond might have a body up and moving in their bullpen. Someone's taking off the jacket, but no one's throwing. Fenter is already up to 49 pitches. This next is number 50. 2-0. This one finally inside, but it misses down and in. 3 balls and no strikes on Henderson. Henderson has been one of the best disciplined bats this season in the Eastern League. He can walk through any plate appearance and more often than not, get it to at least a 2-ball, if not a 3-ball count. Henderson has seen the 7th most pitches in the entire Eastern League at 305. 3-0 is a called strike high. Henderson had gripped the barrel of the bat, ready to toss it back to the dugout, but he realized he should wait. Paid off that time, saved him from the embarrassment as the count goes 3-1. Pitch home from Fenter, swinging a liner out toward right field, running in it quickly is Labor. He slides, pulls it down, runner tags, throw comes home, it's wide, and the run scores. Zach Watson, the speedy jump from third base, and the Baysox are on the board. They throw it to third to see if he ran early. He did not. Sacrifice fly for Henderson. An excellent play by Franklin Labor. That saved a second run from scoring, because if it got down, and especially if it got past him, that would have been 2 runs. But the sacrifice fly for Henderson is his 14th RBI this season, second on the team. And the tying run is still in scoring position for Adam Hall now, who's 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Fenter was ready to deliver, but the home plate umpire didn't have his mask on. Runner at second, 2 away here in the top of the third. Baysox trail now just 2-1. First pitch home to Hall, checked on, misses down and away. More of a flinch. Count starts at 1-0. Hall walked to open the second inning. Stole second base, reached third on an error. This was when he took too wide of a lead off of second. Fenter tried to catch him napping and just chucked the ball into center. He's done it twice now in this game. Here's the 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0. Well, Fenter started out ahead on each of the first 3 batters, but now he's really having trouble locating and getting ahead after these last 2. Gunnar Henderson worked to a 3-0 count. Hall now ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. Skips in. That one eats up a little bit of dirt, and Emery literally just ran past it. He didn't know where it was for a second, but it was sat in front of home plate briefly, and Dylan Harris elected not to go anywhere with it. That was the right call. Emery almost deked him with whatever the case. It's 3-0, and there is a right-hander up and throwing in the Richmond bullpen here as we sit in the top of the third. And again, Fenter hasn't gone too long in any of his appearances, not even his start for Richmond. It was only 3 innings. Next pitch. Outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Adam Hall, already the 4th given up by Fenter. A new season's high for him and 1 shy of tying a career high. Let's see if there's any indication of what might happen out of the Richmond dugout at this point. And, yep, here's something. That's not Dennis Pelfrey. That's the pitching coach, Paul Esquera. So it looks like Fenter will be held on to for just a little bit. Baysox fans, the Orioles' future is always on MILB.TV. With all home and away games streamed live this season, the only way to watch the Baysox on any device is MILB.TV. Use the promo code BAYSOX, all capitals, BAYSOX, all capitals, at checkout, and you'll save $10 on a yearly subscription. The best way to do it, too, is especially when the Baysox are on the road, you pull up that MILB TV subscription. Richmond, they put together a very clean production. And then you pull up the Baysox YouTube channel, because that lets you go back in time a little bit to sync up the radio broadcast call with the television picture. And that way you can get the home feed, even when the Baysox are on the road. But again, that's how you can get $10 off a yearly subscription. Baysox, all caps, at checkout on MILB.TV. So runners at first and second now after a pair of walks in this inning. The Baysox have scored a run on 2 walks, a single, and an error. A sacrifice fly drove in the run, and here's Shane Fontana. First pitch to him misses down and away, and the count opens at 1-0. So that's 3 consecutive first pitch balls from Fenter after he started the inning with 3 consecutive first pitch strikes. The only batter that he's really beaten has been Jordan Westberg. He struck him out on a 1-2. Next pitch, Fontana loops it into shallow left field. Curling in, running in a long way is Whiteman, and he's able to close the gap. That one hung up just long enough for Whiteman to sprint down on it, and the inning is over. The Baysox do get a run across. A walk, a single, an error, and then finally a sacrifice fly by Gunnar Henderson before the inning comes to a close. We're on to the bottom of the third here in Richmond. Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shock marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risked their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com. Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the third inning here in Richmond. Bowie trails 2-1. Antonio Velez on the mound fires the first pitch home to Simon Whiteman. It's called a strike, bottom half, 0-1. 9-1-2 due up for the Squirrels in this frame. Whiteman, Michael Gigliotti, then Will Wilson. Next pitch, bounce slowly over to third. Backhanding it on a line is Jordan Westberg. He throws to first, it's high. Andrew Dashbach had to leap to get it. Whiteman is safe. An error on Westberg, his first this season. Watching that one back, there's not really much that went wrong, just other than the throw coming just a tad in high. Didn't rush it, didn't field it improperly, nothing, just got it up there a little bit too much. So leadoff man aboard for the Squirrels. Second time today as Michael Gigliotti steps in. He squares. First pitch, though, misses down and away as he pulls back in time. Count opens at 1-0. Gigliotti walked in a full count to open the first inning, and he scored on Sean Roby's two-run home run. That's all the scoring for Richmond so far. Pickoff throw back to first, no tag. We'll wait on the next. DL Hall, 2 scoreless innings so far in Aberdeen, gave up a single, got a double play. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one called a strike, upper outside corner on Gigliotti, and the count evens. Gigliotti is batting a dead even .333 against Bowie this season. Does have a home run. Came back on opening weekend. 5 runs driven in, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks. He squares again, follows it the whole way through as it's called a strike just underneath the bat on the bottom of the zone. So 1-2. There was obviously no reasonable surprise for the second square, and he decided not to pull back. Very interesting decision. See if the runner takes off on this 1-2. Stays put, pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Velez battles back instantly to strike out Gigliotti. Has no issue with Gigliotti trying to sacrifice. Picks up his 4th strikeout of the day. Here's Will Wilson. Lefty on righty. And the first pitch. Wilson swings through it. Change up down, 0-1. For Velez, he works into his 3rd inning. He's got a hefty offering. 5 different pitches. Sinking 2-seamer is one of his betters. Here's the 0-1. Use the sinker there. It's fouled off right side and gets out of play. Count to 0-2. Wilson flew out to center field his first time up. It was a very excellent play by Zach Watson up against the wall. Already twice, though, today, we've seen 2 fly balls from Richmond batters that would have been out at Prince George's Stadium or pretty much any other park in the league. The 0-2. Inside, it missed. A ball and 2 strikes on Wilson. Wilson had one. Rob Emery had one in the 2nd inning that ended the frame. Bowie had a couple in their 10-0 win. They also did have 2 home runs in that game, though, as well. 1-2, runner goes, and they've got him in the rundown. Throw goes to first, then to second. It's in time. Excellent read by Antonio Velez. The pickoff caught stealing goes 1-3-4, and Whiteman is eliminated, trying to steal his first base of the season. Excellent tag by Joey Ortiz, too. Picked the ball at his chest and had to slap it down to his left side. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Velez quickly returns to retire Wilson and faces the minimum, working around an error here in the 3rd. We're on to the 4th at the Diamond. The Baysox could use a little bit of offense. They trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
We're on to the 4th inning here at the Diamond, and Richmond is already making a pitching change, but this was a little bit expected. Gray Fenter, who picked up the start today, has been working in more or less a hybrid relief starter role for the Squirrels, and his only other start this season went exactly 3 innings too. He's usually penciled in for about 3 innings, and that's what he did today. 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned. He struck out 5, walked 4, and it makes way for Solomon Bates now. Bates will face the bottom half of the Baysox lineup, starting with the number 6 batter, Andrew Dashbach. It'll be righty on righty to open things up. Dashbach popped out to third in foul territory his first time up and watches the first pitch for a called ball high. Bates is a 6'2", 210-pound, 25-year-old righty. Victorville, California he hails from, picked in the 8th round of the 2018 draft. Next pitch home is a swinging strike, high breaking ball, and the count evens at 1 on Andrew Dashbach. Bates enters today's game, his 5th appearance of the year, a 2-0 record, a 2.35 ERA. The 1-1 misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. Bates has struck out 11, walked 4. He has given up 2 home runs in 7 2/3 innings. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball out to deep right field and carrying. Labor back on it. He curls around as it'll hang in, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track for the first out. Again, it's a gauge that you have to pick up on with how deep this ballpark is. 330 down the line to left and right field. They don't have a number sign out at straightaway center, but I'd imagine it's well past 410. And Dashbach flies out to open the frame. Here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch to him. Curveball just misses high. Count starts out at 1-0. This is Bates' 2nd appearance in this series. He was in the game on Tuesday, tossed 2 scoreless, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Next pitch. Called a strike inside edge, and the count evens at 1. Ortiz drew a walk. It was on a 3-1 offering in the 2nd inning. Fenter needed 58 pitches for his 3 innings. Next pitch, check swing, pitch away. No appeal. Most of the check was on the back end of the bat. So the count goes to 2-1 on Ortiz. Bases empty, one away here in the top of the fourth inning. A 2-1 Richmond lead. The 2-1 pitch is served into shallow center field, but hanging high just enough for Michael Gigliotti to bring it in. So just a looping liner into center, and there's two gone. Here's Maverick Hanley, struck out looking in the second. First pitch, swing and a miss. High fastball, 0-1. Kyle Bradish getting tagged for the first runs of his major league career. Christian Arroyo hitting a 2-run home run to left center field at Camden. Here's the next pitch to Hanley, nicked foul, rolls over to the right side of foul ground, and the count goes to 0-2. Baysox trail 2-1, threatened to go down in order here. The 0-2 pitch, high, ball one. Against right-handers this season, Hanley is only batting .080, but again, he is only batting .071 total. Really needs a good breakout game. The 1-2, bounced up the middle and sneaks into center field for a base hit. So Hanley's got his first hit of the day, hits in back-to-back games for him after going without for 3 consecutive games. This might be the breakout game we're talking about. Here's Zach Watson, the number 9 batter. First pitch is called a strike, bottom half, 0-1. Watson drew a walk and a full count offering, battled back from a 2-2, and watched a dicey pitch up and in to score the Baysox only run. He swings and misses the next pitch. I'm getting caught up in what the Richmond mascot is doing with some of the fan base over here at the upper level. So the count 0-2. Bates looking for his 12th strikeout this season, first today. 0-2. He reaches for it, slow rolls it over toward third. Picked by Matheny, sent to first. A little wide, but it's just in time. Frankie Jostato kept his foot on the bag. 5-3 putout ends the frame. The Baysox strand another runner. It's their 5th today. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
We're on to the bottom of the 4th here at the Diamond. Bowie still trailing Richmond 2-1. Matt Sabata is with you as it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up for the Squirrels in this inning. Starting with Sean Roby. First pitch to the right-hander, misses inside, and it's 1-0 to start. Antonio Velez gave up the 2-run home run to Roby in the first inning. That's all of Richmond's runs so far, 1-0. Fouled off just a piece on the home plate, and the count evens. After Roby, it's Frankie Tostado, then Franklin Labor. Right-hander, left-hander, then right-hander in order. As Velez kicks and deals the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase on a fastball down and away. It's 1-2. A very closed body stance for Velez. Doesn't stretch out the legs too much. Doesn't step back too far before he kicks as he fires the 1-2 in. And it's a bit down. The count evens at 2. Keeps the ball in the glove and holds it at the chin before taking a brief step back and firing home. The 2-2 is fouled off back to the screen, so will hold. Velez a little upset on that. He thought it was a good pitch to pick up the swinging strike, and it almost was. Might have expected it to break a little bit more. Infield straight up, outfield the same. Another 2-2. Bounced over slowly to third, picked at the chest on an outstretched arm by Jordan Westberg. He fires to first, this one on line. And there's one away here in the 4th. Only base runner allowed since Sean Roby's home run was Simon Whiteman reaching on the error at third. But thanks to a caught stealing initiated by Velez, he's faced the minimum. Here's Frankie Tostado. First pitch. Left-hander reaches forward and rolls it over foul left side. 0-1 to open. Now today a lot less efficient for Velez than his start against Akron, but he's still working fairly strong. Here's the 0-1. Called a strike, inner half, it's 0-2. Because again, he only needed 38 pitches for 5 innings of 1-run ball against Akron last week. He used 41 pitches through the first 3 innings today. Looking for the strikeout here, though. The 0-2 is in there, strike 3. Got him with the tailing slider away. Tostado hesitates in the box in frustration. 6th strikeout for Antonio Velez. 3 have been swinging, 3 have been looking. And there's 2 gone. Here's Franklin Labor, first pitch. Slider tails too far down and in on the right-hander. Count opens up at 1-0. Labor struck out swinging to end the first inning. Here's the next. Curveball hits the top half of the zone for a called strike. It's 1-1. Again, it's a very diverse mix for Velez. It's almost like Drew Roms. The 1-1. Roll over slowly towards short, running, sliding, grabbing Henderson. Uprights, fires. It's offline a little, but it's in time. Great stretch out by Andrew Dashbach at first base, and an incredible 6-3 putout to end the inning. What an infield from Bowie this year. Gunnar Henderson closes the door with a star in the scorecard, and we go to the 5th. Bowie still trails 2-1. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah, the freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry, visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
We're on to the 5th inning here at the Diamond. The top of the Baysox lineup due up as they trail 2-1. First pitch home to Dylan Harris is called a strike on the upper inside corner. Count begins at 0-1. Next pitch. That one just misses a bit inside, near the same spot, but it's even now. Harris, 1 for 2 day. He singled to right field in the third, reached second on an error, struck out looking in the first. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a slow bouncer. This one really slow over to first. Picked by Tostado. Underhands to the pitcher covering, and it's in time. Solomon Bates was a delayed reaction to get there, but he sprinted to close the gap, and it's a 3-1 putout to start the fifth. Jordan Westberg due up, then Gunnar Henderson to follow as the Baysox trail by just a run. They started out so strong in one-run games, but now they're at a dead even 3. Oh, no, they were at 3-1. They're now at 3-2. Richmond's at a dead even 3-3. They started out tough in one-run games. Got my teams mixed up here. Here's the first pitch to Jordan Westberg. Count starts out at 1-0. Next pitch. Swinging a bouncer to third this time. Picked at the shoe tops by Matheny. He sends it to first easily, and there's 2 gone. Westberg riding an 0 for 3 day after going 0 for 5 yesterday. He did reach on an error and stole a base, but did not collect a hit. Yeah, the Baysox, they had an early handle on one-run games this season. And really, the fact is that the Southwest Division might be seeing a lot of these this year, because while Bowie has played 5 one-run games, that's actually the fewest in the division. Here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch misses away. Count opens at 1-0. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Base is empty, 2 away for Henderson, who's driven in the Baysox only run with a sac fly in the third. He's 0 for 1. He swings and misses at the next offering. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Well, that swing for Henderson, it's so smooth, the way the bat just moves through the zone, and it just pulls his body along for the ride on the follow-through. Here's the 1-1. Down and away. Count goes to 2-1. There's just so much power and speed behind that movement from Henderson, especially when he's about to make contact. Definitely helps that he's a lefty because it helps him get up the line, I suppose. The 2-1 misses high, 3-1. But as I was mentioning it, the Baysox have played in the fewest one-run games in their division. The 3-1 pitch home, swung on and missed. Henderson chases on the high breaking ball, and the count fills here with bases empty and 2 outs. Henderson only 1 for 4 with a full count, but he's drawn 11 walks. The next pitch, make it 12, down and away. That's his 18th walk drawn overall this season. First of the day for Solomon Bates, 5th overall for Richmond pitching. And again, that's something that the Baysox top half of the lineup can really do to just demolish pitchers, especially the starters. Andrew Dashbach leads the league in overall pitches seen. Jordan Westberg is 6th at 310. Gunnar Henderson takes off on the first pitch. It's called a strike, low and away. Throw to second is slow and not in time. So another steal for the Baysox, their 2nd of the game. Henderson's 5th this season. He's a perfect 5 for 5. Bowie already has 16 stolen bases this year. That doubles up Richmond's number. And it puts the tying run into scoring position. 0-1 the count on Adam Hall after the first pitch strike. Next offering. Fouled off, back behind the screen, and the count already 0-2. Hall came to the plate in the 3rd inning with a runner at second base, but he drew a walk and was left stranded at first. He's walked twice in today's game. Runner goes. The 0-2 is up and away and does not draw a throw. Emery expected the called strike. So that's another stolen base for Henderson, his 6th of the season, 3rd of the game for Bowie. And here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. High fastball, Hall goes down on strikes, and the Baysox once again strand a runner in scoring position. 6th overall runner left as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Halfway home here in Richmond as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Baysox trail 2-1. First pitch to Tyler Fitzgerald is taken on one hop over towards short. No, that one was clean off the bat. A line out to short. Gunnar Henderson picks it at the knees, and there's one gone. I thought that one hit off of the dirt before it got there. Either way, it was right at Henderson on the screws. One gone. Matt Sabat with you. Shane Matheny into the batter's box now as Antonio Velez is back to work. First pitch home. Matheny watches a called strike. It's 0-1. Velez is cruising at this point. He needed 19 pitches for the first inning, but then 13 in the second, 9 in the third, 14 in the fourth, and got a first pitch out here in the 5th. Next pitch to Matheny, misses inside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Matheny struck out looking in the second inning. 6 total strikeouts for Velez. Half have been swinging. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a line drive, right field, running on it a quick ways and closing the gap. Hall. He gets it there and pulls it in just above the forehead, and there's 2 gone on just 4 pitches from Antonio Velez. This is what he's done so well this season, and this is what made that Akron start so incredible, because all the while he was doing it, top pitching prospect for the Guardians, Daniel Espino, was striking out 14 batters. First pitch here to Rob Emery, pulled foul, third base side on a couple of bounces. It's 0-1. If this is the routine we can get from Antonio Velez in and out of the season, he will be in Norfolk. 0-1 pitch. Slider called a strike, lower inside corner. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Misses high, a fastball. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Velez has only allowed runs in 3 different innings this season. The 5th is one of them. When he gets to a third trip through the order or gets taxed a little, that's when he hits his stride. The 1-2, though, is swung on and missed for strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Antonio Velez and another perfect inning. His 3rd in 5 tries tonight. And as we go to the 6th here at the Diamond, the Baysox need some offense. They trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Sixth inning action here at the Diamond. Bowie trails 2-1. Shane Fontana, the first batter into the box, and he swings and misses at his first pitch. It's a curveball low, and the count begins at 0-1. Fontana faces Solomon Bates, who's out for his third full inning of relief. Bates has allowed a couple of base runners, but no runs. 0-1. Barely misses inside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Bates gave up a single with 2 outs in the fourth inning, stranded the runner. A walk and 2 stolen bases in the fifth, stranded the runner. Here's the 1-1. Curveball lifted high out towards shallow right center. Running in, Gigliotti closing the gap and making the play about, I'd say, nose high. See, I like to gauge things based on the height of the person and where you can kind of feel it on their body. Gives you a good visual representation. Either way, it's a fly out to center. And there's one gone. Bowie has already stranded 6 runners on base today, after stranding a season's high 13 yesterday. Here's Andrew Dashbach, first pitch. Misses down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. Dashbach 0 for 2. Next pitch, fouled off right side. So the count even at 1. Pitch home from Bates, misses away, 2-1. It is interesting, maybe now that I brought it up to him after chatting for today's pregame interview, that Dashbach has not worked a 3-ball count yet. He worked 3 straight to start the day yesterday. 2-1. Oh, there it is. Pitch misses away, so it's 3-1. But again, he has one of the best eyes on the team for Bowie. The fact is that the Baysox have played 1 fewer game than the rest of the league, but Dashbach has still seen more pitches than anyone. 3-1. Called a strike, lower outside corner. He thought it would come. So the count fills. He does say a little piece to the home plate umpire before stepping back into the box. And setting in for the full count offering. Pitch home. Fouled off right side. We'll do it again. He's had a very interesting time at the plate with full counts. Doesn't have a hit. Strikes out half the time. Walks half the time. So it's pretty much a coin flip. Where's my wallet? Let me see if I can. I can't flip a coin in time. I'm not that fast. Here's the 3-2. Check swing. Called strike 3 high. Dashbach had already taken 3 steps up the line and tossed the bat before the ring came through. He's got a few parting words as he crosses home plate to retrieve the lumber. Here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch, right-hander, watches down and away. Ortiz 0 for 1 of the day, lined out to center his last time up. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off right side, 1-1. Baysox trail 2-1. Both runs in the first inning for Richmond on a 2-run home run by Sean Roby. Bowie got their run in the third. A leadoff walk by Zach Watson. Gray Fenter committed a throwing error by trying to pick off the runner at second. He sent it into center field. The 1-1. Fouled off again behind home plate. 1-2 on Ortiz. And then Bowie scored the first run of their day on a sacrifice fly by Gunnar Henderson. Henderson's been instrumental in this 3-hole lately. He's either driven in a run or scored a run in each of the last 3 games. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 outside. Ortiz anticipated it with the way the zone has been trending today. And the Baysox go down in order with a little help from a inflated strike zone. We're on to the bottom of the 6th here in Richmond. Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Richmond as Bowie trails 2-1. They've gone to the bullpen for the first time today. Antonio Velez will call it an evening, and he's on the line for a tough luck loss at the moment. Final line for Velez is a good one, but it's still a losing line for now. 5 innings, only 1 hit, 2 runs both earned. He struck out 7. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is a new season's high. It ties the season's high against the Squirrels. Did that in his debut in the Orioles organization back on April 10th. He gave up only 1 walk and 1 home run. Those were the 2 trouble spots. He walked Michael Gigliotti to start the game and then gave up a 2-run home run to Sean Roby. The only hit of the day for Velez. Makes way for Easton Lucas on the mound, 6'4", 180-pound left-hander. He's also a former Marlins prospect, just like Velez, who was traded earlier this month. Lucas was traded back in 2019. Here's Simon Whiteman. First pitch to the right-handed left fielder is fouled off right side, 0-1. Whiteman is the last base runner for the Squirrels. He reached on an error in the 3rd and was caught stealing. 0-1. Misses down and in. A slider from Lucas, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. 4th appearance of the season for Lucas. He's without a record, no saves, does have a hold. Next pitch, roped up the 3rd baseline, but it pulls foul. That one touches down in the Baysox bullpen, so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Whiteman still only has 1 hit in 15 at-bats this season. You could say he's having a tough time. The 1-2, swinging a bouncer, this time to shallow short. Picked at the side by Gunnar Henderson, and he makes the transfer over to first for the out. 6-3, and it goes back to the top of the lineup for Michael Gigliotti. Lucas has allowed just 1 earned run in 5 1/3 innings for the Baysox this season. So far, he's struck out 9 batters, walked only 2. He's usually come in at the start of innings. He's only come in once with a runner on base, did not allow that runner to score. Here's Michael Gigliotti. First pitch is a beautiful slider that moves its way into the zone against the left-hander. Counts 0-1 to start. Here's the next. Uses the slider again. Gigliotti still doesn't bother with it and gets it called for strike 2. It's a 4-pitch offering for Lucas. That slider is his best secondary pitch. He also has a curveball and a change. Let's see if he uses it again. The 0-2 pitch. No, went with the fastball high that time. Misses, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Gigliotti against fellow left-handers was only 1 for 2 entering this game. Here's the 1-2. Half swing, just a piece, hits off the glove of the catcher. Count stays. But again, second pitcher, he's facing left-handed today after Velez came in and walked him in the first, struck him out in the third. Lucas against fellow lefties does hold them to only a 375. Next pitch, slider tails too far that time. And the count evens at 2. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Bowie. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Richmond. Both errors were on the starting pitcher, Gray Fenter. Here's the 2-2. Slider again. That one still too wide, and the count fills after Gigliotti started out behind 0-2. Gigliotti usually doesn't get this far, only 3.8 pitches per plate appearance, an 0-2 mark with full counts. The payoff. Swinging a bouncer over the mound, running on it a long way. Henderson picks at the infield grass, throws with a hop, and it's there. Excellent speed by Gunnar Henderson. He was playing back toward shallow center, almost on top of second base, and he had to cover some ground to get there. Got it done. Back-to-back 6-3 putouts on the incredible athleticism by Gunnar Henderson. Now here's Will Wilson. Right-hander steps in, and they play him to pull, which he normally does. First pitch misses high, 1-0. 41%, more 42% if you round up from 41.9. Puts it up the middle about a third of the time and only to the opposite way about a quarter. Here's the 1-0. That one hits the zone, the changeup. Got the top half and the count goes even at 1. Baysox trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're losing 5-4 last night, a game they tied at 3 at one point. The 1-1 misses away and the count goes to 2-1. Again, this is going to be a very busy season series between these two squads. 24 total meetings, the 2-1. Just misses down barely, and the count goes to 3-1. D.L. Hall's night in Aberdeen is done, tossed 4 innings, struck out 6 batters. Here's the 3-1. Line foul, right side, count fills. They're letting Hall toss a few more in the bullpen at the end of his outing. Just no more live hitters. The payoff to Will Wilson outside ball 4. That's the 8th walk that Wilson has drawn on full counts this season and 13th total. That's only the 2nd walk by Easton Lucas I mentioned. Make it the 3rd. So now here's Sean Roby, and this is what happened in the first inning. A walk with 1 out, now 2 outs here, but a walk leading to Roby's league-leading 8th home run. Can't dance around him, have to play it right. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Pitch down, a fastball. Count starts at 0-1. Roby's really been hitting it well here at the Diamond, too. This is where he has all but one of his home runs. As time was called as Lucas had begun his windup, so he sends a pitch home. But it's no pitch. He just wanted to complete his follow-through. Count stays at 0-1. Runner at first, 2 away. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off back to the screen. Counts to 0-2 now on Roby, who grounded out to third base his last time up. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They didn't lead at any point in yesterday's game, too. They tied it at 3 for quite some time. They trailed 2-0 after the bottom of the 1st today. They got a run back in the 3rd, and it's been 2-1 since. The 0-2 pitch, swinging a flare out toward right field, hangs up long enough for Adam Hall, who makes the play after shading to his right about 15 feet. So a 2-out walk of no consequence, and as we go to the 7th here at the Diamond, Bowie trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
We already pushed to the 7th inning here in Richmond. A speedy game so far as Bowie trails 2-1. The Squirrels go to their second arm out of the bullpen this evening. Travis Perry takes over on the mound, a right-hander. Line on Solomon Bates is final at the moment. He could be the winning pitcher. Starting pitcher didn't go 5 innings while Richmond did lead, so it's official score's discretion on which reliever pitched most effectively. But Bates tossed 3 innings of 1-hit scoreless ball, struck out 3, walked 1. That's it. So Travis Perry, the new pitcher, fires a first pitch strike to Maverick Handley on the outside corner of the zone. It's 0-1. Maverick Handley, Zach Watson, Dylan Harris, the batters in this half inning for Bowie, as they just need 1 run across to tie the game up. Next pitch fouled off. Down and in, and the count goes to 0-2. Handley singled in the 4th inning, struck out looking in the 2nd. Still no wind here at the Diamond, as there's still a steady trickle of cars closing out their day on I-95 out past left field. The 0-2 curveball hits him. No, what are they saying? Are they saying Handley refused to get out of the way? Oh, are you serious? Kyle Moore comes down to argue with it, and Kelvis Velez is saying that Handley shifted his arm up to try and draw the hit by pitch. Are you kidding me right now? Count goes to 1-2. Here's the next. Down and away. Perry a little bit wild at this point as the count goes even. So a bit on Travis Perry. First time that Bowie is seeing him this year. A 6'4", 190-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Morristown, New Jersey. Fires the 2-2. It's wide and away. The count goes full. First full count today for Maverick Handley. Perry has made only 2 appearances. He's without a record, but in 3 1/3 innings, he's allowed 5 earned runs. A pair of home runs, 3 walks, 3-2, bounce slowly over to third. A high roller picked at the waist by Matheny. He fires to first with a moment to spare. 5-3 putout gets things started here in the top of the 7th. And now Handley is asking for clarification from the first base umpire to see if he agrees with what the home plate umpire had to say. And just based on the way that Jude Corey at first was motioning, it seemed to be he does. That is an unfortunate end to the plate appearance for Maverick Handley when it looked like he was ticketed for first base. Here's Zach Watson with bases empty and 1 away here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, late swing and a miss on a high fastball, 0-1. Watson went 0 for 4 yesterday. He walked and scored Bowie's only run today in the 3rd. Grounded out to third base in the 4th. That ended the inning. Here's the 0-1. Late swing again. This one rolled foul. 0-2 as it bounces over toward the Baysox dugout. So Perry is coming off of an appearance in the Erie series for the Squirrels. So this is his first time stepping to the mound in 9 days. He tossed 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs and a homer. Struck out 2, walked 2. Faced 9 overall batters through a wild pitch. Here's the 0-2 to Watson. High fastball. Watson decided to lay off because neither of the 2 previous pitches that came in this at-bat were in the zone. Perry has been having a tough time just locating right now. The 1-2. This one rolled foul again. Watson too far ahead on a lot of these fastballs. But they're not too slow by any metric. 93, 95 is kind of where he's sitting at the moment. Another 1-2. He reaches for it and slowly pushes it to second, past the mid of the pitcher, picked on the run by Wilson and sent to first. And that was another close one. Watson just couldn't get a good barrel anywhere during that plate appearance. He made a decent amount of contact, but every time it was on the bat, it was just so weakly hit. And that's another instance there. 2 straight groundouts to start the 7th. And that's maybe what Perry's looking for. I'm not sure. Here's Dylan Harris. First pitch, called a strike, fastball middle. 0-1. Harris singled in the 3rd inning, got to second after an error and was left there. He grounded out to first his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down. Suddenly 0-2 on Harris. And maybe that erratic work on the strike zone for Perry is meant to draw in some of that weak contact. Bases empty, 2 away. Baysox trail 2-1. The 0-2 is drilled out to right field. Puts Labor back on the run. He looks up and watches it bounce off the wall. Harris will round first and head to second as Labor fishes it out of the dirt. Harris gets into scoring position, representing a tying run with his 5th double of the season. Incredible numbers continue for Dylan Harris as he's got yet another multi-hit game for the Baysox. In just his 7th game at the AA level, he's got 4 with multiple hits. That's going to lead to a mound visit from pitching coach Paul Esguerra. Yeah, he got a good rope on that one and just sent it immediately over Franklin Labor's head. Off of bat, Labor knew it was getting past him. 3 fireworks nights come your way to Prince George's Stadium here in the month of May. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tomorrow is the final day in April, so we can start playing Justin Timberlake then. But 3 fireworks nights in the month of May. Saturday, May 7th is the first. It's also a part of Read and Hit a Home Run Night, the reading program put together by our promotions and marketing coordinator, Danny Fox. Prince George's and Montgomery County are the 2 school districts involved in that one. It's all brought to you by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. And then again, on Saturday, May 21st, part of the Boots and Baseball Night, there's still another Read and Hit a Home Run reading night that day. Howard County and Arundel County for that day. And then Saturday, May 28th, Knock Cancer Out of the Ballpark night as well. Just a thrilling month coming your way to Prince George's Stadium. Here's Jordan Westberg. First pitch misses down and away. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Big opportunity for a key hit here from Westberg. He wakes up after the 6th inning this season. The 1-0. Swinging a bounce over to short. Waiting back on it is Fitzgerald. He gloves, fires a bit high to first, but Tostado keeps the foot down. The inning is over as the Baysox get a 2-out double, but can't do anything with him, and they strand their 7th runner on base. It's time to stretch here at the Diamond. The Baysox still trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Richmond, a game that's been stuck at 2-1 ever since the middle of the 3rd. Easton Lucas is back to work, faces Frankie Tostado to start. First pitch fouled off the other way, slicing into the Baysox bullpen, and it's 0-1. Tostado, Franklin Labor, then Tyler Fitzgerald, the 3 due up in this half inning for Richmond. Matt Sabatis with you on a very lovely evening from the Diamond. We've been seeing it all week. The 0-1 misses high, and the count evens. Baysox pitching has been holding Richmond just about as quiet as possible. Sans one at-bat in the first inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Chasing on a pumped changeup away. Count to 1-2 on Tostado. Because Bowie has out-hit Richmond 3-1 so far today, but they still trail by just the 1 run. A ball and 2 strikes, the pitch home. Slider misses away. That slider was working early for Lucas. Got him ahead in the count against the first 2 batters he faced, but then eventually, midway through the second batter, he fell behind. 2-2. Swinging a little nubber into shallow center. In a long way is Watson. He can't get there. It falls in the triangle of no man's land for a base hit. A Texas leaguer for Tostado. His first hit of the day. He's been hitting it well this series as he's got hits now in all 4 games of the set. And that's the first hit for Richmond since the first inning when Sean Roby had the 2-run home run. So now here's Labor, runner at first, nobody out, first pitch, bounced over to third, could be 2. Westberg takes at the edge of the infield grass, turns to Ortiz for 1, back to Dashbuck, and it's in time. 5-4-3 twin killing, and Easton Lucas is right back on the horse after giving up the leadoff single. For Labor, that is the first double play he's grounded into this season. And the first started by Jordan Westberg at third base this year. Here's Tyler Fitzgerald, first pitch. Right-hander watches slider miss in. Count starts out at 1-0. Lucas steps off. A ball has gone errantly into right field from the Richmond pen. So we'll wait on the 1-0 offering. Lucas has really handled the right-handers well this season. That's why it made sense that Frankie Tostado would be the key base hit. Lucas gives them a .375 mark at the plate. Next pitch to Fitzgerald, misses up and away. Count goes to 2-0. Fitzgerald 0 for 2, flew out to left field, lined out to short. Next pitch called a strike, 2-1. Again, he's only batting .161 this season, down to .155 with his 0 for 2 mark today. Lucas wheels and deals the 2-1. It's a little half swing on the hands and back to the mound. Lucas picks and sends it to first. Good response time on that one. Faster than me. And the inning is over. Leadoff single taken on a double play and the minimum faced for Easton Lucas. We go to the 8th here at the Diamond. Bowie needs some offense. They trail 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
We move to the 8th inning here at the Diamond. Still a 2-1 ball game. Richmond got their first base hit since the first inning back in the bottom of the 7th, but he was taken out at a double play, and Easton Lucas worked quickly. The Squirrels make a pitching change. Their third reliever out of the pen today is Taylor Rashi. The line on Travis Perry is final. He tossed a scoreless 7th. 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks. It was very simple with just a lot of ground balls. 3-4-5 due up against the right-hander Rashi, who comes in without a record and has not allowed an earned run in 6 2/3 this year. First pitch, Gunnar Henderson swinging for the fences, comes up empty on a high fastball, 0-1. Henderson 0 for 2, or 0 for 1 rather on the day, a sacrifice fly to drive in a run and a walk. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses down, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Henderson has laid off a couple of the first pitches he's seen. Did not do so there with the first pitch from the reliever out of the pen. The 1-1 fouled off right side. A ball and 2 strikes. It's Henderson, Adam Hall, then Shane Fontana. Bowie would be best set to get at least one of them on board, and then Andrew Dashbach could do something with his good on-base percentage. As we wait for the 1-2, here it is. Misses down. And the count evens here on Henderson. One of the notes that I do like to keep track of is how batters fare later in games. Their numbers over the first 6 innings and then their numbers from the 7th inning onwards. Henderson is one of the few guys that actually sees his numbers take a little bit of a dip later on. One of the best at it for Bowie this year is Jordan Westberg. His numbers take a big jump up when you get late in the game. But Henderson's take a small dip. It's not big, but it is one of the few dips. The 2-2. Misses inside. Arashi had descended the mound expecting the punch out going his way, but the count fills. Third full count in this game for Gunnar Henderson. The pitch home. Inside ball 4, he draws another. That's the second walk this game, 13th this season, that Henderson has drawn on a full count. First of the day for Taylor Rashi, 6th overall for Richmond pitching. And it bears repeating every time that this happens for the Baysox that they have such good eyes at the plate, especially from a young guy like Henderson at just 20 years old, to just drive pitchers down and extend these plate appearances to get on base. Here's Adam Hall. See if Henderson takes off. First pitch, he stays put. It's away, 1-0. Bowie trails 2-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. A 1-run loss last night after a 10-0 shutout win the night before, and an 8-0 shutout loss at the start of this series. Massive opportunity right now for the Baysox. Henderson stays put. The 1-0 is in on the hands, and Hall made some incidental contact. Somewhat of a flinch, somewhat of a check swing, whatever the case, it's a 1-1 count on the foul. And of those numbers where batters fare before the 6th, or before the 7th, I should say, and then after the 7th, Hall is the best at it. He's hitting .500 in the 7th inning and on. 3 runs driven in, a 1089 OPS. Throw back to first, they got him. Henderson danced just too much, and as soon as he took that half step to second, Rashi turned and fired. Pickoff goes 1-3. And that's the best that the Squirrels were going to hope for, considering how tough it's been for them to get a catcher behind the dish that can get it to second. Here's the 1-1 to Hall. Tip of the bat fouled off right side. Count to 1-2. So it changes the dynamic of this inning drastically. Instead of a leadoff runner aboard with nobody out, it's bases empty, 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a piece. Top half of the zone again for Hall. Count stays. Now, Hall has been big on the contact when you get late in games like this. As mentioned, a .500 hitter, a 1089 OPS, 3 runs driven in, only 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. He can read the zone and hit his pitch. The 1-2. Down and away, count evens. Well, that was a critical play for the Squirrels. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hall down on strikes. First strikeout for Rashi. 9th overall for Squirrels pitching. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Rashi on the season now has 12 strikeouts to 4 walks when you include the single instance of each in this inning. Here's Shane Fontana. First pitch to the lefty is a curveball called for strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Fontana struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He flew out to left in the 3rd and then to straightaway center in the 6th. Here's the 0-1. Bounced over to the right side, picked at the forehead by Wilson, and with time to spare, it gets to first base. 4-3 putout ends the inning. The Baysox get a leadoff walk, but Henderson picked off. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie still trails 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the 8th here at the Diamond, still a 2-1 ball game. We've been here since the middle of the 3rd. Easton Lucas is back out to work. Bowie, seeing if they can maybe get him for a tandem in this scenario. If he can finish out the 3rd inning, they don't only use one reliever. Shane Matheny, the first batter for Richmond, and the first pitch from Lucas. I'm not sure where that slider missed. If anything, maybe a bit inside. Count opens up at 1-0.
It's now 6,162, 6-1, 6-2.
Here's the next. Call to strike, upper inside corner. And the count evens on Matheny, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a fly out to right. Here's the 1-1. Misses high, a fastball. Count goes to 2-1. Longest this season for Lucas was his last outing against Akron. Tossed 2 1/3 scoreless innings, 3 strikeouts, a walk. He's trying to match that, maybe go a little bit further today. The 2-1, though, misses high. And the count goes to 3-1 on Matheny. Second 3-ball count he's seen after striking out on a full count in the 2nd. Bases empty, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Lucas delivers the 3-1. It's fouled off left side, so the count fills. Matheny, when you include today, 2 for 7 on full counts with 3 strikeouts. He has drawn 9 walks, though. Lucas shakes off one from Hanley, kicks and fires the payoff. Check swing fouled off, top half of the zone and the wood, left side. So the count stays full. And again, very fortunate for lovely evenings across the board this week in Richmond. Good turnout for this game at the Diamond. Another payoff, swing and a miss, he got him. Sent him the curveball down and inside, and Matheny strikes out swinging. That's the first strikeout for Easton Lucas today, but comes at a good time. 8th strikeout overall for Baysox pitching, and there's 1 gone here in the 8th inning. For Lucas, that's his 101st career strikeout. Here's Rob Emery. First pitch fouled off, back to the screen. Count opens at 0-1. Emery riding an 0-for-2 day. He struck out swinging in the 5th. Bowie still trails 2-1, even though they've held Richmond to just 2 hits. Here's the 0-1. Misses high. Count evens at a ball and a strike. All Bowie needs is just a key hit here or there. They've missed out on so many opportunities yesterday and today. The 1-1 in the zone. Changeup hits middle. Sets the count to a ball and 2 strikes now. Lucas looking for back-to-back punch-outs. See if he can get it. The 1-2. No, too far outside. Evens us up. Emery does not have a base hit against a left-hander this season. He's struck out 5 times, walked twice, 0-for-8 overall. Here's the 2-2. Just a piece. Back to the screen. Count stays. You can say he's 0-for-10, considering Antonio Velez is a lefty. That's one of the good things that Bowie has when they can send Lucas out for long relief like this, is that you send him in tandem with a lefty, it's a full lefty set. 2-2 pitches, swung on and missed for strike 3. Pumped him high with the fastball, and Lucas has his second strikeout, both of them swinging to start the 8th inning. 9 overall for Baysox pitching this evening, and now the number 9 batter, Simon Whiteman. Lefty on righty, Whiteman. 1 for 5 against lefties into this game. First pitch, slider, hits the zone, down and in for a called strike. 0-1. He's 1 for 7 overall against lefties after reaching on an error in the 5th and then grounding out against Lucas to start the 6th. Next pitch misses high, and the count goes even at 1. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Chases on the breaking ball, down and away. A ball and 2 strikes now. In the 9th, Bowie will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate, and it looks like they'll be facing off against R.J. Dabovich, who will come in for a save situation. It would be his first, but he's 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA in 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, no walks this year. 1-2 the count on Whiteman. Bases empty, 2 gone. Pitch home from Lucas. Swing and a miss, he got him. Easton Lucas strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 8th and holds it to a 1-run game. The Baysox have 3 outs to work with. They need 1 run to tie this thing up as we move to the 9th inning. Richmond 2, Bowie 1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
We go to the top of the 9th here in Richmond. For the second consecutive night, the Baysox need 1 run with 3 outs to tie this game up. Tonight they trail 2-1, and Richmond sends yet another hurler to the mound, their 4th out of the bullpen. R.J. Dabovich takes over, trying to pick up his first save of the season in his first opportunity. The line on Taylor Rashi is final. He tossed 1 inning, did not give up a hit or a run. He struck out 1 batter and walked 1, faced the minimum thanks to a pickoff. RJ Dabovich is a 6'3", 215-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Pueblo, Colorado. He faces Andrew Dashbach. First pitch, called a strike. Curveball hits the inside edge of the zone. Count opens at 0-1. Dabovich on the season for the Squirrels. 5 appearances. This is his 6th. 1-0 record, a 4.50 ERA in 6 innings. 7 strikeouts, no walks. Next pitch, a curveball called a strike on the inner edge. 0-2 on Dashbach. 0 for 3 day for Andrew. Struck out looking in the 6th. Dabovich makes his 2nd appearance of the series. He tossed the scoreless 9th in the 8-0 loss on Tuesday. Here's the 0-2. A half swing, and he went through. Dashbach is down on strikes. First strikeout for Dabovich. 10th overall for Richmond pitching. And Bowie is down to their final 2 outs. Joey Ortiz digs in. Dabovich came in the 9th inning while Bowie was already out of it. He struck out 2 batters, including Andrew Dashbach, and got a flyout to end the game. 0 for 2 day for Ortiz. He's drawn a walk and punches this one to the left side. Scooped on the run by the shortstop Fitzgerald. He spins and throws to first high, but it's there. First pitch, and Ortiz is retired 6-3 on a nifty play at short. Bowie down to their final out here in the top of the 9th. In steps Maverick Handley. Already a single in the 4th inning. Needs to get on base here to keep the Baysox hopes alive. If they lose today, the best they can hope for is a series split. But it looks like Bowie will put in a pinch hitter. J.D. Mundy will step up to the plate. Left-hander bats .235 this season, .286 against right-handers with his only home run. Here's the first pitch. Mundy watches a called strike bottom half. It's 0-1 to start. So Handley finishes his day 1 for 3 at the plate. Mundy's first appearance as a pinch hitter this season, only the 2nd pinch hitter for Bowie on the year. Here's the 0-1. Misses down and in. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The only other pinch hitter that Bowie used this year was in their 10-inning walk-off win over Akron. Jordan Westberg came in as a pinch hitter, and he was immediately intentionally walked. Here's the 1-1. Mundy swings and misses on a breaking ball down and in, and the count 1-2. Bowie trails 2-1. They've still out-hit Richmond today, 3-2. But the bases are empty, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. J.D. Mundy needs a big hit here to keep the Baysox chances alive. Dabovich sets, kicks, and fires the 1-2. It's high, and will do it again at 2-2. Mundy's only driven in 3 runs this season, 1 of them on a solo home run. As Dabovich settles in again for the 2-2 offering. Here it is. Fouled off left side. Will do it once more. As the plate appearance continues, stretches to a 5th pitch. This is Mundy's first appearance of the series after going a combined 0 for 10 across 2 of the final 3 games of the Akron set. Dabovich clears the mound of some dirt. He foots the rubber and comes set, cheek high, drops down to the waist, fires another 2-2. Swung on in line into center, a base hit. This one falls and rolls toward the gap, but it's cut off by the center fielder Gigliotti. J.D. Mundy comes through as a pinch hitter. Bowie's tying run is back on base with a 2-out single here in the top of the 9th inning. They'll stick with Zach Watson stepping to the plate, as Bowie will go with a pinch runner. Cody Roberts will step over to the bag. He's not attempted a stolen base this year. But again, he could try with a right-hander on the mound. And with Rob Emery's slow arm behind the plate. Zach Watson in. 0 for 2 day, a walk, and he scored Bowie's only run. First pitch, late swing and a miss. Pitch down and away. Count opens up at 0-1. Watson has fallen behind at the start of every plate appearance today. First pitch strike on all of them. He worked the count full in the third, but he was never ahead in any of his previous. 0-1, fouled off back to the screen, and for the second consecutive batter, the Baysox are down to their final strike. Crowd of 6,000 plus here at Richmond. I'd say only about a quarter on their feet, but they're all excited. 0-2 the count. Baysox trail by 1 with a runner at first and 2 outs in the ninth. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a high drive out to left field, but this one will be held in the park. Whiteman ranges to his right. He camps under, and he makes the play. The Baysox suffer a 1-run loss for the second consecutive night here in Richmond. And again, they strand 8 on base this time after 13 last night. Your final today, Bowie 1, Richmond 2. A tough one. You've got Baysox postgame coming your way in just a little bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, another sour finish tonight here at the Diamond as Bowie is served a 1-run loss for the second consecutive day. Matt Sabanas with you from Richmond as we get rolling with Baysox postgame. We'll recap this one briefly. Not much that needs to be said. Bowie's pitching was excellent. It was just one at-bat that turned this thing on its head. It was in the first inning. Sean Roby stepped to the plate and served the first pitch he saw to left field for a 2-run home run. Antonio Velez, while he did walk the first batter of the day and give up that 2-run home run, he still pitched excellently. 5 innings of one-hit ball for Velez, 7 strikeouts, tying a season's high, and walking only 1. Easton Lucas followed up with 3 scoreless innings of relief. He walked 1 batter in the 6th inning, gave up a single in the 7th, but worked a double play, and then struck out the side in the 8th. That's how clean of a day it was for Baysox pitching. Nothing else came to pass. The Squirrels didn't even get a runner into scoring position at all day. Not a single one. But the Baysox still fall today 2-1. On the Bowie side of things, they went down quietly against former Baysox pitcher Gray Finter. In the first inning, they went down in order. Drew a couple of walks in the second, but came up empty. And Frenter served up his own unearned run in the third. Bowie led off with a walk by Zach Watson, then Dylan Harris singled to right field to push Watson to second. Then with Watson at second, Finter tried to pick him off, but no one was really covering the bag, and he threw it erratically into center field, allowing both runners to advance. And then a couple of batters later, Gunnar Henderson flew out to right field, allowing Watson to score from third. That would turn to be Bowie's only run. They would continue to get runners on base just like they did last night, but still could not push them the final 90 feet from third to home. They got a runner to third in the 5th, they got a runner to second in the 7th, and then they got 2 runners on, one to first in the 8th that was picked off, and then a single with 2 outs in the 9th that was left stranded at first base. So there's your final, a very simple one, as Bowie scores 1 run on 4 hits with 1 error. The Baysox left on 8 total base runners. Richmond scored 2 runs on 2 hits with 2 errors. One of those errors did eventually lead to a run. The Squirrels only left on 1 base runner. Solomon Bates, the reliever who tossed 3 scoreless innings, he is the winning pitcher since the starting pitcher did not finish 5. Bates moves to 3-0 on the year. Antonio Velez, that is a tough luck loss for the Bowie left-hander. He falls to 0-2 on the season. Save goes to R.J. Dabovich after tossing the scoreless 9th. It's his first of the 2022 season. Game was played in a very crisp 2 hours and 6 minutes in front of a paid attendance here at the Diamond of 6,162. With the loss, Bowie falls to a dead even 9-9 on the season. This is the first time that Bowie has been at an even 500 since they were back up to 500 when they won that 10-2 game against Binghamton on April 14th. They've been above 500 since, and now they're back to 500 with today's loss. Bowie is now 4-5 on the road and an even 3-3 in one-run games. With the win, Richmond moves to 11-8 on the year, a 2-game winning streak for the Squirrels, and they've won 3 of the first 4 in this series. The best that Bowie can hope for in this 6-game set is now a tie, as they've only got 2 more games to try and match it up. The Squirrels are 7-3 here at home and 4-3 in games decided by 1 run. 2 sides meet again tomorrow for a 7:05 first pitch. Check that, 6:05 first pitch. It's 7:05 Saturdays at Prince George's Stadium. 6:05 here. Zach Peak will get the start against Matt Frisbee for Richmond. We'll tell you more about that starting pitching matchup in a little bit. But for now, we step aside, and when we return, we'll look around the rest of the Eastern League, see how other games in the circuit are going, and the Orioles organization as a whole. Unfortunately, not too much good to talk about sans Aberdeen. We'll tell you more about it in depth when we return. Again, the Baysox fall tonight 2-1. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Back from the Diamond one final time as Bowie falls to Richmond today 2-1, their second consecutive 1-run loss to the Squirrels. Matt Sabatas with you on Baysox postgame as we'll use this opportunity to cruise around the Eastern League, see how other teams are faring. There are a handful of games still in action. As a matter of fact, the Baysox are the first team to close. Reading and New Hampshire are locked in a tight one in the bottom of the 8th at Delta Dental Stadium. 2-1, the Fisher Cats lead there. That's the same score over at Canal Park, too, as Akron leads Altoona after 6 full. So I guess 2-1 is just a popular score today. Meanwhile, Hartford, they're not in a 2-1 contest. They're having a tough time with Harrisburg. My goodness. 2 runs in the first, 5 runs in the third for the Senators. But Hartford is putting on a bit of a comeback. They still trail by 3. It's 8-5 right now. Senators lead in the top of the 7th inning. 2 other games in action. Somerset currently blanking Portland 7-0. After 2 nail-biters to start that series, it's been all Patriots for the last 2. I think it was a 13-run win last night. They put on double digits. I can remember that much and tell you. Erie and Binghamton, they had a pitcher's duel for the first few innings. As a matter of fact, the Seawolves had a no-hitter going into the 6th, but it's since been broken, and Erie themselves have been having a tough time actually getting base hits. They only have 1, and they trail 2-0, so Binghamton could pick up their 5th win of the season. It has been a bit of a pitiful start for the Ponies this year, as they're only 4-13. It's a tough day around the Orioles organization as a whole. There's not much more you can say about that. Meanwhile, though, the entire organization can be proud of Kyle Bradish. His Major League debut finishes on 6 innings with just 2 earned runs, 5 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Very strong opening to what should be a very fun Major League career from Kyle Bradish. Around the minor league organization, though, Norfolk is still struggling to tangle with Gwinnett, as the Stripers, still only 8-13 on the year, have really just been a thorn in the side. They lead 6-0 right now in the top of the 7th down at Coolray Field in Georgia. Augusta continues to torment Delmarva, as the Shorebirds are the only team in the system with a losing record. They're 6-12. Augusta is up 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th of that one at SRP Park in South Carolina. Aberdeen got a rehab start from D.L. Hall. It's anticipated to be the only one that he makes for the Ironbirds, and he pitched well. 4 scoreless, struck out 6 batters, if I'm not mistaken. But so far, he got a good enough offense on the back end to hold on to a 3-1 advantage as that game moves to the top of the 8th up in Aberdeen. But again, the score that matters on this broadcast is the Baysox, and they fall tonight to Richmond 2-1, their second consecutive 1-run loss. And over the course of the last 2 days, the Baysox have stranded a total of 21 runners on base. That's the toughest of the pills to swallow. 2 sides are back at it tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. as Zach Peak will get the start for Bowie. An 0-1 record of 4.15 ERA. Right-hander Matt Frisbee will go for the Squirrels. He's got an 0-1 record as well, but a 3.18 ERA. Frisbee did not appear in the first series of the season at Prince George's Stadium. Again, it's a 6:05 first pitch, which means the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show comes your way at 5:45. That's all we've got for you today, though, from the Diamond. So for one final time, your final score, Bowie 1, Richmond 2. This is Matt Sabata saying thank you for stopping by. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.